If it's bull or bear, I don't care. It's quite a rough ride, just like life. But I'm kinda patient, 'cause only time will tell. It's gonna go up, so you better stay calm. And crow your coins, you gotta crow your coins. Crow your coins, crow your coins. Crow your coins, you gotta crow your coins. Crow your coins, crow your coins. Crow your coins, you gotta crow your coins. Crow your coins, crow your coins. Crow your coins, you gotta crow your coins.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's the Crypto Crow. It's about 11:30 Eastern Standard Time, and I've been up for quite a while. I've been up since about 9 a.m. It is Wednesday. Is today? Oh, my birthday is in 2 days. So if you care, donate to a charity in my name. I'm doing something on Facebook. People are already kind of donating to Shriners Children's Hospital, which those of you who have watched me for a long time know why that's important to me. But what's up? A new person I haven't seen. CA333. What up, Chris Brown? Mayor Chris Brown, the guy. How to repair your credit, man. At least that's what I see all the time on Instagram. How to repair your credit. Love your show, man. Make my lunch a little better. Well, that's cool. Yeah, I guess it is going into a lunch break. So, I'm Chris A. So you changed your thing? I don't know what's happening. Natalie's in the house. Good day. Jason Rohde, what's up? First in chat was Joshua Hunter, just to let everybody know, for all you slackers. So anyway, looking at Bitcoin, it's filling that gap that I said it would like 3 days ago. People make fun of my TA sometimes because I don't sit here and ramble on for a half an hour with a bunch of crazy lines and bullshit. But I don't really have to because I'm not selling you a VIP membership to anything. Couple things that I thought were interesting that I saw today that I wanted to share. U.S. Federal Reserve mulls over launching a digital dollar, and I thought this article was interesting. The source is u.today. I don't know a lot about this website. I don't know if it's trying to play on USA Today, but content addressing all risks, warming up to crypto. The U.S. Federal Reserve now deeply thinks about the possibility of launching a digitized version of the U.S. dollar. According to the letter, which was penned by Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell in response to Congressman French Hill and Bill Foster, the central bank is currently evaluating the costs and benefits of issuing a central bank digital currency. Powell told Congress today that the Federal Reserve is exploring whether it makes sense to issue its own digital currency that can be used by households and businesses. It makes sense. Let me just solve all the millions and millions of taxpayer dollars you're going to waste pondering this bullshit. Yes, it makes sense. Just fucking do it already. It's time to play catch up, folks. This is getting silly. I'm glad they're finally considering it. Addressing all risks. According to Powell, Federal Reserve officials are keeping a close eye on other central banks that might also consider launching their own cryptocurrency. On top of that, they are scrutinizing Facebook's Libra, the most talked about crypto project of 2019 that riled up politicians and regulators around the globe. The dogged social media giant plans to push forward with its crypto plans despite regulatory pushback. That's going to be fun. Before starting the development of its own cryptocurrency, the Fed needs to evaluate the potential impact of CBDC on monetary policy and financial stability of the U.S. economy while managing possible security risks. As reported by You Today, crypto-friendly Congressman Warren Davidson expressed his interest in tokenizing the U.S. dollar back in September. He also explained the difference between tokenization and digitalization. USD tokens issued on a distributed ledger would not be controlled by their central authority. So, yeah, I mean, look, they're talking about it. That's a plus. We'll see what happens, but you know, I'm just glad to see that these guys they're starting to consider it. I don't think there's any denying the fact that the world is going to be decentralized, if not at least digitized. Like, what did I just watch recently? Oh, it was The Mandalorian. I was watching The Mandalorian on Disney Plus, and they were talking about currency, and I'm thinking, what's up, Chris? Hey, welcome back. I guess you just had a different username. In The Mandalorian, they were talking about basically like digital, like everything's a digital currency. But there was something specific. There was a comment that was made, and I thought, that's really cool. That's interesting. And then recently during Atypical, which is a show my wife and I have just fallen in absolute love with on Netflix about a boy on the spectrum and kind of a coming of age story. All the characters are great, and it's just even Michael Rappaport, where I'm so used to listening to him talk about how he's going to rate people on Howard Stern during their football stuff, and he's just a wild man, but I love him. He's great. But he's good. Everybody's good in this. But anyway, they were talking about cryptocurrency in a recent episode in season 2, and I thought it was really funny. It was kind of tongue in cheek, but it was cute. You have a good head of hair. Well, thank you. Not sure what to say to that. My great grandfather and grandfather had full heads of hair. So, another real quick that I actually think is cool, and I'm going to dive in a little bit deeper than I did the Federal Reserve article. Utrust unveils new cryptocurrency wallet and payment app. Obviously, most of you know by now that Utrust just did a full, complete rebranding, and now Utrust, a crypto payment service platform, unveiled today its new wallet application. With the Utrust wallet, users can not only store and send their cryptocurrency, but they can also purchase real-world goods, products, and services. Built within the wallet app is the Utrust payment widget for processing transactions within the platform instantly, reducing blockchain validation waiting times. Instant purchases with Utrust payments platform. Oh, these are features. Instant transactions to Utrust wallet users. No fees for transactions inside the Utrust wallet. For transactions outside the wallet, users only pay a blockchain transaction fee. No hidden cost. Borderless. Feeless transactions to anyone in the world. Cashback and staking is coming in 2020. Lets users decide which digital asset to pay with in order to take advantage of market conditions. And this is a quote from the Utrust team. We are building something at Utrust, and the wallet will make you a part of it. We have a growing gallery of merchants, elite businesses that we are proud to work with, and you'll have access to unique deals and special opportunities available to no one else. New features are coming to the wallet in 2020, and we are starting with cashback and staking, along with adding more cryptocurrencies like Digibyte and Dash for a seamless and borderless experience. I would like to see Celsius Network integrated into this Utrust wallet, Nuno, so you might want to take a look at that. Obviously, I'm talking about this because I've been bullish on Utrust for quite a while, and I've been feeling like the news has been light. Well, I've been missing some of this stuff. These are some articles. This one's from November 13th. Flight booking site Alternative Airlines integrates crypto payments from Utrust. This back on October 16th. UK IT e-tailer Morefrom integrates crypto payment solution from Utrust. September 30th, Utrust adds Dash for crypto payments. WoW Games now a partner. July 25th of 2019, European electronics retailer Phone House to accept crypto through Utrust, and on and on. So look, this is what I love to see in a project I love to see that they're consistently pushing forward and they're making waves and they're building relationships and announcing new partnerships and things like that. This is exactly the kind of stuff that I've been looking for on a lot of different projects. I remember when PayPal first came out, it took them like a solid, I'm pretty sure it was like 5 years before they really started to blow up. And, to become kind of the norm, like I'll PayPal you. And it became like a verb, right? Like, it was just something that you did. And so I think Utrust is on its way. I really do. And I would like to see Celsius Network and Utrust working together. I would like to see Celsius Network functionality available on the Utrust app. Maybe there's a way for the two to work something out. I'm sure Alex would probably be willing to have a discussion about it at the very least. But we'll just have to wait and see. I don't know what will happen, but I would love to have those two projects working together. Yeah, I mean, the market over, a 7-day period has been kind of red. Over the last 24 hours is red, and then in the last hour we're green. But, let's look at a 1 hour. I'm curious. Yeah, we've been green for the last few hours. And that's cool. Looks like it's been bouncing off of this support level for a while. Well, for a while being the last few hours, but it looks like it's starting to turn around. So, I don't know. We be seeing, I don't know. This is the wick that I was telling everybody. I'm like, when I see giant wicks like this, that means I think it's going to fill it. And it sure did. I mean, it filled it pretty much. I'm pretty close to all the way. And now it's kind of doing this sideways thing. I never try to predict exactly what's going on in the market in any given time period. That's also one of the reasons why I'm like really big into bot trading, because I don't have to. So let's see what's going on in chat. We're at a 12-minute video. Although their daughter on that show is a horrible decision maker. Oh, Casey, I love Casey. She, she's a typical teenage girl, man. And if you don't think she's fairly normal, you're crazy. Let me see here. What do you want? What would you want to have anything to do with the Federal Reserve? They're not even American, along with the central banking system, the IMF. They have jacked over this world. You know why? Because the way I see it, the more digital assets we have in the market that are actually being utilized and used on a grand scale in and out of Bitcoin, that's a good thing. And I look, I know that, some people are thinking, oh, Federal Reserve and all these central banks, if they're going to start digitizing tokens and currencies and things. Look, all it is validation. And what we have, a lot of us are still holding cryptocurrencies from 2017, 2018, 2019, as we move into 2020 and 2021. And we're waiting for this big bull rally where the top projects are going to rise to the top and exceed original all-time highs and go even further. And the crap projects are likely going to fall to the wayside. And in that, I want to see more, central banking, Federal Reserve, more of these crypto assets that people are using to trade against, Bitcoin and trade, in and out of different projects that already exist, because I believe that volume, that trust, because think about it, just because you and I kind of understand the grand scheme of things, and we kind of we have a much better philosophy or much better understanding as to what's coming, what's happening, the general public has no clue, and they have no interest in learning. And so the only thing that's going to get them into the crypto space is if there's a digital dollar. If the central banks are getting into the space and replacing paper money, which, let's face it, how many people actually use paper money anyway? Like, what the hell is the point of even having paper money? We already kind of have a digital dollar, but it's just not, it's tracked in the old-fashioned centralized banking ways. And it's just it's just numbers on a ledger. That's all we're doing now. The difference is there's no real transparency to it. And so, yeah, I do think it's going to be a good thing. So we'll just have to wait and see. You know, it depends on how these guys try to fuck everything up to try and maintain their own central power. That's where I'm a little cautious. Like, how are they going to, if they did implement this, how are they going to do it? And I can't help but feel like if they did this, somehow it's going to screw everybody else. Like, they're not going to just be like, okay, hey, we're here to play ball and we haven't figured out how to rig the system in our favor. We're just going to go for it and see what happens. Like, it's not going to be like that. So that does concern me. These guys are smart. You know, when you think of some of the smartest people, you know, I believe that, you know, Federal Reserve, all these agencies, the SEC, man, I've talked to some of these guys. They're eerily smart and they're like eerily arrogant at the same time. Like, and I don't even mean that as an insult. It's just like they know they are kind of all powerful in this realm. You know what I mean? And talking to them, it's like, ooh, it kind of just gives you a feeling like, oh, it's like unsettling, which is maybe by design. I don't know. But you just know these people they're just on a different plane of existence than you. Whether it's just sheer power, whether it's just intelligence, whatever it is. And so if you think that these guys are going to get into this space just willy-nilly, you're wrong, man. These guys are going to come into something. They're going to figure out how to make sure it works in their favor. I see your point, Crow. I agree. Let them compete. That will only better Bitcoin. Yeah, and not only will it'll better Bitcoin in the long run, but it's going to better everything else associated with it, in my opinion. You know, this is the way I see it. It's the early adopters. It's the people that are in the space now, accumulating, that are going to benefit from the space no matter what happens in the future. That's my belief. It's the people that wait until the last minute. It's the people that wait until everything is forced upon them, to which like they have no choice. They're getting in at the very height of everything and this and that, but they have no choice because now this works this way. Those are the people that are going to get screwed. I mean, potentially. It just depends. If the last Bitcoin's mined up in 2140 and it ends up being worth, you know, $10 million by that point, you know what I mean? Or whatever it is. And it's like $1 million by 2025 or whatever. I can't even remember. Not a million. Maybe it's 100,000 by 2021. I think $1 million by 2025, if I'm not mistaken. And, you know, it's everybody that gets in. Honestly, my belief is the people that are sitting around fudding the blockchain space, they're just running around on social media with their just ignorance on their sleeve. You know, Bitcoin's a scam. It's all going to zero. And they're still touting all that nonsense after everything that's been witnessed. Those are the people that are really going to be left out. Those are the people that are going to be struggling. And those are going to be the people that, you know, in 2025, when the rest of us are, you know, just living the lives we've always wanted, those are going to be the people like, I could have gone in, but I just didn't. I thought it was bullshit. I thought it was a scam. And like, those are the people that are going to miss out. And it's sad. Even Chainwise, my convention that I did, you know, I specifically set up Chainwise with a $20 ticket to try and attract as many laymen's, as many newbies, as many people that don't know anything about it, but they're curious. They've heard Bitcoin, they've heard blockchain or crypto. And I went way, way, way out of my way to try and help just my local community. You know, my local tri-state area. I'm right in the middle of Indiana, Kentucky, and Ohio. 95%. Over 95% of the people that came to Chainwise traveled 5, 6, 7 hours. And my local community didn't give a shit. They didn't come. They didn't support it. They didn't come to learn. That is the nature of the space right now. It's the people that already know that want to learn more and continue bettering themselves and their understanding of the space. And the people that haven't taken a minute to pay any attention, an opportunity right in their backyard, saving them $1,000, and they still did not budge. And that is the mentality, unfortunately, to a large portion of the United States and abroad. And so, there's no one else, there's nobody for these people to blame, next year and the year after but themselves. I know I've been screaming it from the rooftops. I know I've done literally everything. I put my money where my mouth is. My partners have put their money where their mouth is to try and help educate people, to try and draw people in and teach them, not even just grand ideas, but even very basic entry-level things to get people started in the space, pointing them in the right direction, giving them a fundamental understanding of the security in the space and things to do, precautions to take, all sorts of things. It is what it is. You can lead a deer to water, but you can't make it drink. And that's basically where we're at right now. Love Casey, but her relationship decision-making is horrible. Well, of course it is. Again, the teenage girl, the hormones are kicking. She's exploring herself and the world around her, and it's not always going to go that well. That was smart, Crow, to charge $20 a ticket. Maybe I could have charged $100 a ticket and had the exact same people there. They all told me. You know what I mean? That wasn't the point. It wasn't a cash grab. It truly was to just try and help some people get into the space and learn from some of the best minds around. It is what it is, yo. XRP will be a bridge for all assets that alone will make it worth a fortune. I think a lot of these projects, I feel very confident in the positions I've been in. Very confident. I came from Illinois. What up, Clint Westwood? I wish I could have made it. Sorry, Crow. It's all good, Chris. Block Card and Turnio are heating up. Dude's got almost 200K from investments in a week at Republic Co. Turnio, in bearish time like this, they really can't become crypto card standard in the next 2 years. I agree. Turnio's doing some really cool stuff as well. I still need to get my dang-on card. They put the ball in my court. I think Ian even threw a little bit of money in my card, and he was like, hey, man, I just funded your card. I don't know what he put in there. I haven't looked at it. He's like, all you got to do is log in and claim it, and a card will be shipped to you. I really do want to use it. I want one. So, I want a shiny black card with a crow on it. And I've actually talked to Ian about having a crow card, as crazy as that may sound. But at some point in the future, once all the stuff, there are still several very hindering issues with Crow's Nest X right now, where people are not able to complete their account setup, and we're getting to the bottom of it now. Hopefully, I'm still waiting to see how we're going to resolve the situation, but it hasn't been fun. I'm not going to bullshit you guys. It has not been fun. And so we're trying to get some of these things resolved, and it's in beta. So it's kind of anything could change at this point. But it's just been very weird bugs, but things that just are not getting resolved quick enough. And so, Crow's been yelling at some people lately, and it's not been making me feel very good. But it's time to get a lot of this stuff fixed. So, but at some point in the future, my goal has been, I would like to have it set up so that I would like to integrate Celsius Network into the exchange. But I need my lawyers, everybody to explore all the legal ramifications, make sure it's all kosher, make sure it's all okay. And then ultimately I'd like to have a Crow's Nest card, so the people that are using the exchange, they have assets on the exchange, but maybe they want to trade and be able to use them, they would be able to do so with something like Turnio's block card, but branded and basically, all that. Man, would have loved to have been there, but hard to travel from Arkansas with 3 kids, including a newborn. Oh my God, Robert Crow, congratulations on the newborn. Looking forward to the videos of the conference. I am too, because some of them are so damn good. Alex Mashinsky, I can't even express, I'm still waiting on the content from the editors. I'm still waiting to find out how long it's going to be. I'm still waiting on the photos from the photographer. It's everybody wants 2 weeks to do anything. And kind of come on, people. But 3 days in a row. What? Have I been doing a video? Have I done a video? I guess I have done a video every day for this week. I just feel like I want to come on and say something, and I've been getting up early. I've been going to bed a lot earlier. I'm not going to sleep lately at like 4 a.m. I've been going to sleep. My wife and I basically wind down. We watch a typical like 3 episodes, and we're ready to like peace out by 11:30. And I'm not coming down and painting lately. I don't even remember. Oh, it's because when my family was here, it just kind of reset my clock somehow. And so I'm like so tired so early. So, I'm coming down, I'm getting ready for my day, checking emails, seeing what's new. And then I see some articles and things, and I'm like, oh, that's worth talking about. I'll go live today. So yeah, that's it. Sleep is key. Alex is the real deal. I want to link to that video for newbies in the space. Yes. We will all, we all miss hanging out and BSing with you, boss man. I'm probably not going to be able to listen for the entire stream. I'm at work. That's cool. Love the rambling. It's like I have a new like-minded friend. Side note, I have no crypto friends in Ottawa. Lame up here a little bit. That sucks. What are your thoughts on a number of cryptocurrencies that's out there? Almost at 5,000 and growing, 50 a week. I believe that, okay, if you look at like the number of oil companies that existed way back, I don't know, there are like 40 or 50 of them. Now how many oil companies are there? Because one buys up the other and then buys up others. And then there's another bigger one that buys up those. And it's this kind of, that we're forced to do that. But, it's kind of like how many... When I think of a use case, you can break that use case down into brands. Like toothpaste. There's a use case. How many brands of toothpaste are out there? 150? I don't know. But how many get the majority of the business? Colgate, Crest, 3D whitening now. I mean, so... While there are always going to be a significant number of competitors at any given use case, I think the cream will always rise to the top. And as the cream rises to the top, they'll either simply buy out the smaller people, try to monopolize their use case. And I say use case because that's really what the market is. It's creating a solution for a particular use case or a demand. And so, but I think ultimately, I believe that, the top 100 cryptocurrencies on the market, the top 100 today is not going to be likely the top 100 at the height of the next bull run. There are going to be a lot of significant changes. And I think it's going to be the projects that can maintain funding, that are, really driving forward. And those are going to be the ones that rise to the top, because I think the sentiment of cryptocurrency at the height of the market, it's going to be a matter of who can we trust? It's not going to be just about who has the most well thought out white paper and the best built team. It's not going to be about that anymore, because that's already come and gone. Now it's going to be about who can we trust? Who has continued to push forward in a bear market against the grain, making new strides and developments and their milestones. That's what's going to be important. Who survived the difficult times and are still here ready to serve the crypto community. And so I think that's going to be the primary question asked of a lot of these crypto projects moving forward. Can we trust you? And are you going to last? Are you going to be here tomorrow? If I buy your token today, how long will you last? And it's going to be the crypto companies that have had budding GitHubs and regular updates to the public, haven't sat around making a lot of excuses on why they haven't done X or why they haven't done this or that or another thing. Because a lot of those projects are going to fall to the wayside. Some of them may think they're going to be competitive in the future, but they're not. Because I know of several projects, we haven't listed on this exchange or that exchange yet because of XYZ, and it's all bullshit. They don't have any fucking money because they either blew it all or they just didn't plan wisely. I mean, that's just really the way I see it. or they're waiting for the market to come back because the majority of their assets are held in something that's gone down significantly, likely Ethereum, and they're hoping for it to come back before they cash out, and then they put that money to work while they try to play catch up. You know, so it's going to be a variety of different things, but I think ultimately it's going to be a question of who can we trust, and I will definitely be all over that when the time comes. Everything you just said is what Electroneum is doing. I'm not sure what part of what I just said pertains to them. Is that good or bad? Number one issue will be adoption. Those collaborations and partnerships are going to be key factors for success. I have to agree. I think so too. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead and call it and get to work for my day. It is now noon. Hopefully some of you guys are finishing up your sandwiches, or you're just now going on your lunch break and maybe you'll tune in and check it out from here. True, projects do need an individual from the financing sector to handle the funds. No money, no project. Very true. All right, guys, until next time, crow your coins. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you again soon.